Did you know that PWU has a Patreon? No? Well, now you do. You can get things like exclusive videos and merchandise, vote on polls for upcoming videos, and so much more. To find the full list of things that you can get by being a patron, head over to patreon.com/PWUnlimited today.
Alright guys, what's going on? Tim from Pro Wrestling Unlimited here with another Smackdown Live review, May 22nd, 2018. What's going on, Nick?
What is going on, folks? Welcome to the Smackdown Live recap, review, analysis, breakdown, synopsis. What kind of essays do you write in high school? What are those? Like, persuasive essays and... No, what's the other one?
I don't know. Informative?
Informative, that's what it was. Informative vocal essay here for May 22nd, 2018. Remember to check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/PWUnlimited. We have lots of lovely little reward tiers for you guys to get. Stuff like just getting your name scrolled across the screen, getting stuff like shout-outs, getting stuff like t-shirts. There's a lot of fun stuff in there that you guys are going to have. Jonathan Powell has mentioned me, and I'm going to give him a hard no. I'm not going to mention you, Jonathan Powell. We got Rios 2003, Sean Cook, Jennifer 101, as not compared to Zoe 101, as I made the mistake last night. Where's Shane? Shane's going to be on the call here in a few.
Huh?
Shane McMahon, he's going to be on the call, remember?
Oh, yeah.
We talked to him earlier.
Money, money. Money, 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 money. Anyways.
Miguel Story something. I don't know what the fuck that says. Argumentative essay. Thank you, Andrea. Someone graduated high school. I didn't.
I did.
I dropped out the day before graduation.
I did 11 years ago.
God damn, you're fucking old.
I know. All right, so SmackDown. I didn't think it was too bad of a show.
Lit Boy 18 SmackDown overall. Don't at me. True.
So, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, dude. I just like interacting with the.
You're reading
I like
chat.
interacting
Anyway.
with our fans for once.
Hey,
Hello, Cherie Martinez.
I do on Twitter and Instagram.
Do you spell it right though?
Oh! Hey.
All right, let's get started.
Anyway, so SmackDown kicks off with Miz TV, and Miz TV goes out there, or Miz goes out there, and you gotta remember they were in Massachusetts, and he goes, "How about them Cleveland Cavaliers? Yeah, Cleveland Cavaliers."
How about those Tim Stroke victims?
Yep, pretty much. And crowd wasn't really into that, and he also answered a question no one was asking. He said that I have two big breaking news things to say tonight. First off,
breaking news.
Miz and Mrs. My Hit Reality Show, which I don't know why he's calling it a hit reality show if it hasn't debuted, will debut on July 24th at 10 p.m., which means it will air directly following SmackDown Live on the USA Network.
No, I'm genuinely excited for that show to start. I think it's gonna be kick ass.
From what I've heard, it's supposed to go from, I think, Maurice finding out she was pregnant, or like halfway through the pregnancy. They have the baby. They sell their house in L.A. and they move into their new house in Austin.
I want to live in Austin.
That's what I've figured. That's what I've kind of gathered from seeing Maurice's Instagram and stuff, and them filming a bunch of stuff. So, anyways, the Miz calls out the New Day. New Day comes out, and Miz kind of puts himself in a corner when he goes, "I would like to know who is going to enter the Money in the Bank ladder match." And they're like, who? He goes, "Oh, yeah, I kind of put myself into a corner with that one. How about which of you will enter?" And so they go, which? And Miz is
Isn't Which a sandwich shop? Sandwich. I want a sandwich.
Might be.
God damn.
You can't talk either,
yes.
anyways.
Yeah, I know. I have a lisp, and it shows so fucking badly sometimes.
So then he goes, "All right, which of you will be entering the Money in the Bank ladder match?" And they were just like, "On three, we'll say it. 1, 2, 3."
Isn't that a reference to the Tootsie Roll Pop?
Yeah,
out?
Tootsie Pop.
That's cool. That's awesome. I haven't seen those commercials in years.
And then at the same time, they all go, "It's gonna be May.
It's gonna be May."
And Miz is like, "What is this, In Sync or something?"
Yeah, they were in sync.
And so, anyways, he's like, "We need to know which of you are going to enter the Money in the Bank ladder match." He goes on to say that Kofi, you've won a bunch of different things, but you've never won the world title. If you were to win Money in the Bank like I have, then you can cash it in for a world championship. He tells Big E that he's also been, really good, but never really hit his stride, and then he goes on to say that he thinks Xavier deserves to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match because he's the most successful out of all the guys in the New Day because he's built his Up Up Down Down channel from nothing to 1.5 million subscribers.
Much like us here at Pro Wrestling Unlimited, building this channel from the ground up at 94,000 subscribers.
94,886.
That's weird that you had that off the top of your head, but I value you.
I got it here on my screen, actually.
Oh.
Anyways, so...
Me too, Jaden.
Huh?
I just saw Jaden's comment in chat. It says, I'm supporting Lana to win one of the Money in the Bank briefcase. It's insane.
Yeah. Anyways, so he's like, no, one of you has to enter. And so Xavier was like, I say E. And then Big E goes, well, I say Kofi. And then Kofi goes, I say Xavier. And Miz is getting annoyed at this point. And Miz is like, he's like, you guys aren't taking this serious. You guys need to take this serious. Money in the Bank is no joke. I won Money in the Bank. I won the world title and then went on to main event WrestleMania. And then he was like, I can beat any of you any day. And they're like, all right, Miz, we're going to give you your answer. He goes, finally, we're going to figure out which of you is going to go into Money in the... And they cut him off and they go, oh, don't get ahead of yourself there, Miz. No, we're going to tell you who's going to face you tonight. It's Big E.
Oh, God.
And Miz is like, no. And then they throw pancakes at him. He runs off. And as soon as he walks in, Gorilla Paige is there. And Paige is like, turn around. I know you may not like pancakes, but go out there and face Big E. And he's just like, I don't want to. And she's like, go now.
I don't want to. No, Mom, I don't want to face the big guy.
So he goes out there.
I really like the idea of Paige being the mother of SmackDown Live. Not even the GM, but like the mother. Like you see her backstage, like bringing lunch to one of the fucking...
She calls herself the boss lady.
No, there's nothing more in the world that I would love than to have like Paige come by and like bring lunch to like Beck and be like, "Hey, you left this." That'd be fucking adorable. I'd love a spot like that. Thank you for the 99 cents, Manny.
Manny 2781 Claw. Thank you. So we have Big E versus The Miz. 10-minute match or so. Wasn't that bad. At one point, Big E did his deal where Miz is laid out on the apron, and he does the splash on the quote-unquote hardest part of the ring.
That is legitimately a scary splash, dude.
After a commercial break, Big E caught Miz and hit him with suplexes and a running splash. Miz tried a DDT, but Big E pushed him off and followed it up with an STO for a near fall. Miz then kicked Big E's leg out and hit a DDT for a 2 count. Later on in the match, so early in the match, Xavier was on commentary, and he was like, all right, I'm going to tell you who's going to enter Money in the Bank, and then they go to commercial. So they come back, and Kofi's on commentary, and Graves is like, Kofi, you need to tell us. Xavier was about to, but then we went to commercial. Which of you guys is going to enter Money in the Bank? And they were just like going circles around and not wanting to answer until the bar comes out. Bar comes out, and Kofi does the greatest spot ever. So Kofi,
phenomenal.
Kofi sees
Absolutely.
the bar come out, and they attack Xavier. And so he's like, oh, I got to deal with this. So he jumps off a commentary, runs around the ring, jumps up the steps, jumps off the back of Cesaro.
Like off the shoulder almost.
Yeah, off the shoulder, and then flying clothesline to Sheamus. It was amazing.
It was legitimately like Cesaro was a Goomba.
It was kind of like what it reminded me about how he like got the height. Kind of like Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, WrestleMania 31 with that super RKO when he launched up Seth Rollins and Seth jumped off of his back.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of similar to that.
You forgot to mention what The Miz said.
About?
Fortline.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
The world's greatest battle royale.
So Miz was talking about Xavier Woods and his Up, Up, Down, Down channel. He's, you go out there and you play that game Fortline. I mean, that's not what it's called. He's like, I don't play that game. Fortnite, whatever you want to call it. I don't play those.
You know goddamn well Miz go home, and you know he's fucking playing Fortnite.
No, Miz is all about Madden.
There's not a single motherfucker in the world that doesn't play Fortnite. I guarantee you there's not a single person in the world that doesn't play Fortnite.
You know them.
It's so versatile.
You know them WWE superstars wish it was on the Switch. You know how many of them have a Switch that they
But think about it. It's on your phone. It's on your PlayStation. It's on your PC. It's on your Xbox. It's on your fucking iPad.
And all they need is a Switch, and it'd be covered.
Hey Nick, who's your favorite? Who's the greatest technical wrestler of all time? Dean Malenko.
Daniel Bryan.
Dane Malenko would fucking.
Anyway, so back to the match.
$199 from Manny, 2781 Claw. Kevin Owens is my favorite wrestler.
So
LOL. Nice.
So Big E was distracted, chased off Cesaro. This distraction allowed Miz to hit the skull-crushing finale and pin Big E for the win. They're really pushing Miz big on SmackDown since the Superstar Shakeup, and I like it.
Thank God. He needs it, man.
Yeah.
He always deserves to get pushed. There shouldn't be a moment where he's not being pushed.
Right. So the announcers then say that Big Cass was injured last night at the hands of Daniel Bryan. He worked the
how
entire.
serious do you think it is?
Well, they said he worked the entire European tour and re-injured his knee because he was working on an injured knee, made it worse. And I don't know. Some people were saying that he was limping backstage all day today. Some are unsure if he was just selling it, but if he was limping backstage, he may not have been selling it. We don't know. I mean, for all we know is people may have saw him limping, and he was only limping because they were filming it for SmackDown, because they did show him walking around on crutches.
I don't know. I'd like to think with a guy that tall, especially with a knee injury, that kind of stuff could be really, really damaging.
Right.
Like I said, for a guy his height, I mean, I wouldn't put it past it being a legitimate injury. I feel bad for the guy if it is. Gosh darn.
Yeah.
But his tag team partner on Monday is doing a meetup in Manhattan. If you want to go, just let me know. We can get tickets to Manhattan.
So we then see Daniel Bryan in some random boiler room looking room, doing
my favorite room. The boiler room bra,
doing some kicks, and then all of a sudden the lights kind of turn on a little bit, and Dasha walks up, and she asked Bryan about his match tonight against Jeff Hardy, the incident with Cass last week. He said that Hardy's a legend, a tough challenge, and he loves challenges, and he's going to make Jeff Hardy tap out.
I love it. Spoiler alert, I love the heel hook.
So then, the greatest thing ever happened on SmackDown. So, they show backstage. They say, next up, qualify for Money in the Bank. Lana taking on Billie Kay. And you see Lana checking herself out in the mirror, fixing her weave, because you know her hair's not really that long.
As Lana would, and as I would to Lana.
Anyways, and so, come back from commercial, and Aiden comes out. And he does the little Rusev Day thing, but he's singing for Lana. Rusev was not there. He was actually in Bulgaria.
Oh, that's nice.
So Lana comes out, and she's doing have you ever seen the video? It was like her in a gym before her current entrance music came out. She was like dancing to it. Did you ever see the video where she was like breakdancing kind of to it?
Yeah.
Well, she did that dance on the stage before walking down to the ramp, and she was like super into it, and Aiden was super into it.
With the chair? With the chair?
No, without the chair though.
Okay, gotcha.
No, it was the one where she was like popping her neck and like all the arm stuff.
Well, have you listened to that song? It's fucking terrible.
No. Anyways, so she does her
one
little
of the
dance.
Worst themes in wrestling, and I feel bad.
So she does her dance up on the stage. She walks down to the ring, gets into the ring, and then Billie Kay and Peyton Royce come down. They talk about how Lana's not that good. This isn't something to be celebrated because Lana can't win matches on her own. They're iconic, blah blah blah. And so they get into the ring. And it's Billie Kay and Lana.
Okay.
And Aiden English has this big old sign on a pole or on a 2x4 kind of stick. It says Lana Day.
Oh.
Huh?
But it said the Taz show.
No, it said Lana Day.
Oh, I forgot to Photoshop that picture. Damn it.
Anyway, so it said Lana Day. And crowd's going nuts for Lana. Like you would think it was Daniel Bryan in the ring. And Peyton Royce walks over, and she looks at Aiden English. She's like, what are you doing with that? And she slaps him. Billie Kay gets out of the ring. Lana comes after both of them, slaps Billie Kay, throws her back into the ring, kicks her in the head, hits her with the X Factor, and pins her. When she pinned Billie Kay, she got a bigger pop than when Daniel Bryan, in my opinion, the way it came off on TV, she got a bigger pop than when Daniel Bryan won the world title at WrestleMania 30.
I'm going to tell you this right now. I think Lana can be a legitimate contender for that women's title if she's booked the right way. She doesn't have to be a phenomenal wrestler. Look at the way look at the way Carmella's holding that title.
Very true.
She's not the most sound technical wrestler on the fucking planet, but she can carry herself.
Oh, yeah. Woken King Slender. Woken King Slender says Iconics singing equals Lana's wrestling. Yes, they tried to sing, and they were just like, super, super high-pitched. Oh, my God. It was horrible. Anyways.
That's me.
So, Crowd's going nuts, just chanting Lana Day, Lana Day, Lana Day, Lana Day. Like, literally, you would have thought Daniel Bryan had just won the world title. They were going that crazy. It was amazing.
I love it.
They can't split Aiden from them now. Like, it's got to be the three of them. It just has to be.
Yeah, I'd like to see it be the three of them.
So
I think it'd be nice.
We then had a pre-tape segment promo with Zelina Vega and Andrade Cien Almas. They said they were disappointed with the land of opportunity, and if Almas wasn't given what he deserves, they're just going to take what they want.
So what do you think he's going to have a match at Money in the Bank?
No.
You don't think so?
No. Unless it's on the pre-show and it's like a jobber squash.
That'd be fine with me.
He had today was a jobber squash 2-minute match. He gets in the ring and he's clapping and I guess you could say he was clapping and laughing at his opponent as he got into the ring. The crowd was chanting, "Let's go, jobber!" Hits him with the hammerlock DDT and pins him. That was about it.
Hammerlock DDT.
And then apparently the jobber was Kevin Bennett from Smash Wrestling in Toronto.
Kevin Bennett
from Smash
I've never
Wrestling
heard of
in
him.
Smash Wrestling in Toronto.
Nice, good for him.
Then I have a backstage interview. Dasha interviewing Carmella. She was wearing the Asuka mask. Thank you, Manny2781. Claw $1.99.
Right.
Huh?
He's goddamn right.
Yep.
PWU is the best. There's
So-
no one better, unless it's Fightful. Then they're equally as good, but not as good.
Well, I don't know, because Lana is the best. Lana #1.
All right, that just made us go down like 4 fucking notches.
Hey, anyways.
That made some fucking dude from New York better than us.
Hey,
Nah, that's garbage.
don't even start that. Or the man from Toronto. Anyways, Carmella said that she was wearing an Asuka mask.
She was wearing the match.
Yep, she was wearing an Asuka mask. Said she wasn't worried about Asuka because Charlotte Flair beat Asuka. And she beat Charlotte Flair twice. So technically, if you do this right, which is called MMA math, she beat Asuka twice. So she's not worried about Asuka because Mella is money. And then she moonwalked off.
That's also how like I've technically defeated Triple H in my life.
Sure.
Because I've met John Cena.
She kind of did an episode of Link It to Wrestling. If you think about it.
Link and Nick to wrestling.
Anyways.
That would be easy. I do a podcast on it.
We then had AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura face-to-face, which was not bad. Renee Young was out there hosting the segment. She called out AJ Styles. AJ cut her off. Oh, and then Nakamura came down. AJ came down. Let's see. Nakamura played dumb for a while when they were like, just because AJ was just like, I don't want to be out here long. Just tell me what the damn stipulation is going to be. Just let me know now.
I got my games case and my PlayStation in the back. You know what a games case is, right?
Yeah.
It's the little portable. Good Lord, the dogs outside of my window are getting murdered.
I don't hear anything.
I got my games case and I got Madden 18 or 19 in the back there. No, it'll be 18. I got Madden 18 in the back. I'm gonna play as my Atlanta Falcons and I'm gonna whoop on those New England Patriots.
I don't know what he carries around anymore, but he used to carry around a big duffel bag that's literally got a TV screen and an Xbox One or an Xbox 360 built into it.
That's a games case.
Yeah, but I don't know if
it's a briefcase that has a monitor in it.
Right, but I don't know if he still carries that or if he carries around, because I know I've seen him online, like on social media stuff, pictures of him with a Switch. So I don't know which one he carries around now.
You know what I would love?
What's up?
I'd really love to one day be playing like Madden or Fortnite and have it just be like AJ Styles. Like I'm just playing him in fucking Madden.
You don't even know?
Okay, honestly, do you think you've held like $1 that a celebrity has held?
Probably. You would never know.
You would never know, but it'd be fucking phenomenal if you knew that.
Right.
Smack Lucha. Sometimes it depends on how my right hand's feeling. Sometimes I gotta go left-handed. Oh, why'd you delete it? It was funny.
All right, so Nakamura.
I'm not mad. It was funny.
So Nakamura played dumb, told AJ Styles to relax, and reminded him how he earned his opportunity to pick the stipulation. Styles told him to enjoy this while he can, and then Nakamura yelled, "Be quiet." Nakamura said that he would take the title and dishonor him. He said that this may be AJ Styles' house, but he's going to take it away from him. Styles pretended to play along, and Nakamura said, "You know what? Stipulation, pillow fight."
Yes.
And then Styles said, "Oh, it's because you're the king of soft style."
Oof, what a fucking jab. Ho-ho, comedian.
Nakamura said all he wanted to do was need a face and kept repeating it until Styles cut him off. Styles said that he doesn't care what the stipulation is anymore, and Nakamura can't beat him when it actually matters. Styles said that this wasn't the Nakamura that we all wanted to see here on the main roster on SmackDown Live, and no stipulation was going to level the playing field. Styles will still win at Money in the Bank. Nakamura was about to attack him when Styles one-upped him and hit him in the balls.
So, it's a last man standing match.
Well, I'm going to get to that because he does announce it.
Hold on. It's a last man standing match.
Correct.
How fucking stupid is that?
Because they both technically lost at last man standing.
Exactly. How goddamn stupid is that?
Yeah, it's
that at
dumb.
their last match at the Greatest Rumble, it was double kicks.
Backlash.
It's one. So now let's have a fucking match where the stipulation is exactly how both of us lost last time. That's idiotic.
All right, so the two are fighting at ringside. They get knocked over the barricade. Tom Phillips says they're now fighting in the WWE universe. They get back over the barricade. Huh?
When did they stop being called fans?
2010, 11-ish, I think.
God,
Something around that time.
Called fans.
So Nakamura got a chair.
Ouch.
Hit AJ Styles with it. He then front suplexed AJ Styles onto the announce table, and I think AJ was supposed to hit gut first, but he kind of threw him a little low, and he hit thigh first.
Oof. Ouch.
And AJ was laying kind of knocked out, but not fully knocked out. So Nakamura grabbed a microphone as he was standing on the announce table and started counting 1, 2, 3, symbolizing for last man standing. AJ started to get up, hit him with a Kinshasa, counted again, counted to 10, and then gets on the mic once again and goes, last man standing. I liked the segment. I thought it was really good.
I thought it was cool, but I was kind of hoping for something a little more innovative.
I just thought it went a little too long, maybe.
I mean, we saw a last man standing match last month.
I mean, kinda, I guess.
We
With
did.
the way the finish was, so.
It finished as a last man standing match.
Right. I mean, it wasn't billed as a last man standing match technically, so they can say, well, we haven't done last man standing. Anyways.
I would have been cool with an I Quit match.
Sure.
Like, just repeatedly getting kicked in the dick until
you quit. That would work.
It's like, all right, dude, fuck me. Shinsuke is probably telling AJ, like, dude, you got 4 kids already. I'm doing you a fucking favor, homie.
Right. All right, so then we have a number 1 contenders match. Winner will go on to Money in the Bank to challenge the Bludgeon Brothers for the SmackDown Live tag titles. Luke Gallows.
We're not even going to tell you what happened. The club won. Gallows and Anderson won. Can I tell you how genuinely happy I am right now?
Oh, I'm very happy about this.
We don't have to see the fucking Usos and the fucking... All right, we don't have to see the fucking Usos, and we don't have to see the New Day in the tag title picture anymore. Phenomenal. That makes me so fucking happy. Second of all, a tag team that has been very much deserving of another tag team title run, and has been deserving of just a fucking win for the last, what feels like 6 months almost. What feels like 6 months.
Since they basically lost the Raw tag titles, what was it, WrestleMania 33?
Exactly. Since they lost those tag belts.
Because they won the titles at Rumble and lost them at WrestleMania.
I mean, fuck, dude, the club, they're in great shape right now. They move like the fucking wind, and they hit like a fucking truck.
Oh, they're great.
They're very phenomenal on the mic. They've got all the charisma in the goddamn world. I don't know if they're going to win at Money in the Bank.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but I would be genuinely happy and surprised if they do.
Yeah.
But if they don't, I'm still glad that they're getting the tag title opportunity, and I hope this is opening the eyes to a lot of not only fans, but people backstage saying, hey, the club is an absolute... They're almost like the Cassius Ohno of SmackDown, except they don't deserve to lose every fucking week.
It's like, hey, you stole these guys from New Japan for a reason.
Exactly.
I mean, did you hear recently AJ Styles talked about he wanted to bring Gallows, Anderson, and the Bucks with him when he came, and he didn't know that less than a month prior the Bucks had already re-signed with New Japan with Ring of Honor. He was actually when he was signing his deal with WWE, he said that he was telling them that they needed to also bring in the Bucks at the same time.
No, okay, Mike M. That is a pure example of what you just said. Is a clear example of Twitter getting to your fucking head. Because if he fucking hated him, AJ wouldn't be the goddamn fucking champion right now, would he?
AJ Styles would not be a two-time. Listen to this. AJ Styles would not be a two-time WWE champion, holding that title for half a year.
The first Universal champion.
That's where I was getting at next. Balor would not have been the first Universal champion, longest reigning NXT champion. Like, no, they don't hate Bullet Club.
He doesn't hate the Bullet Club. I think he realizes the Bullet Club make a fuck ton of money, and I'm sure he would cream his jeans if he had the opportunity to sign those guys.
Oh yeah.
Given the opportunity, if Vince signs them, Vince just made another billion.
I mean, what is it now? June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Bucks have got 7 to 8 more months left on their contract.
They've got 101 days till All In.
True. Anyways, so like Nick said, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson won the match. Match ended when Jimmy Uso hit a super kick and Jay followed it up with a diving splash on Gallows, but he kicked out. They set up a double splash and Anderson knocked Jay off the top rope. Gallows and Anderson followed that up with the Magic Killer on Jimmy for the win and the opportunity to challenge the Bludgeon Brothers at Money in the Bank.
There you go.
And then we had Naomi versus Sonya Deville. Winner goes on to Money in the Bank.
Couldn't care.
Mandy Rose was at ringside. The beginning of this match was kind of weird. It was like they would throw a kick at each other, or Naomi tried a leg sweep, Sonya Deville jumped over it. And then Sonya would try a leg sweep, Naomi jump over it. Then Naomi would try a high kick, and Sonya would duck it. And then Sonya would try a high kick, Naomi would duck it. And then finally Naomi went for a middle kick, like a kick to the midsection, and Sonya grabbed it. She went to just yank the leg of Naomi down, and Naomi just lands in the splits. And basically from there, Naomi was in control. Naomi went on and defeated Sonya Deville with a roll-up after kicking her. Like, both women went for a high kick at the same time, like a jumping high kick, and Naomi literally kicked her in the jaw. When they showed the slow-motion replay, you see Sonya Deville's whole face just start, like, flopping because she literally kicked her right in the jaw. Roll up, boom, Naomi going to Money in the Bank.
I think Ruby's going to win it.
She's got to win that gauntlet match on Monday to qualify first.
I genuinely think she's going to win it. You know why?
Why?
I think you need to have the leader of a faction win that.
I don't know.
Left is going to be the Riot Squad.
So Renee Young interviewed Jeff Hardy backstage.
Hey, Tim, can we ban these guys? Who the fuck is Fightful? You ever heard of these guys?
Nope.
We fucking ban these guys?
Can
we get them the fuck?
I know it.
Get the fuck out of here. Fucking Fightful. We never heard of you guys. You don't appreciate stuff in our chat. Naomi needs to turn her hips on her kicks. Yeah, she does.
At least she doesn't. You know what I haven't realized? Is it just me, or has she stopped doing those ones where she stands there and then she just keeps kicking like back and forth? Does she stop doing that one?
Yeah, she absolutely stopped doing that.
Good, because that's just so doesn't seem realistic to me.
Right.
Because she's like not even barely hitting anything. Like there's no momentum or no power behind those is what I meant. Anyways.
So continuing on here.
Oh, Fightful, future NWA North American champion. Fightful.
All right. You watch your tone there, young man.
Anyways.
Watch your tone. If you want my title, you set a time, you set a place. Yeah, get my flight. I demand first class, or I'm not defending it. And I'll defend it, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm fucking saying right there. All right, Fightful, you gotta watch your language in this chat, man. Come on now. Gotta watch your language. Oh, God. Check out Fightful at Fightful.com.
Link is in the chat. All right, so.
Or down, I don't care.
Renee Young interviewed Jeff Hardy backstage. He said he was super excited for a second chance to qualify for Money in the Bank. Mm-hmm. He said that he can do anything with ladders. He was excited to face Daniel Bryan for the first time ever, but apologized to Bryan because he was going to take the fight to him and defeat him. We then see.
I like this side of Jeff Hardy. I like him as a U.S. champion.
We then see Samoa Joe come out for commentary. We then learn that next week on SmackDown, it will be the New Day taking on The Miz, Sheamus, and Cesaro. And you know what I realized? Do you know where their the bar slogan comes from, where they say we don't
Ford
set the bar.
trucks?
Yes, I realized
Yeah.
that when I saw like 20 Ford truck commercials this weekend.
Yeah, you see a shit ton of commercials in here, but we don't set the bar. We are the bar.
No,
And
it's
you're
like we don't. It's like we don't set the bar. We raise the bar. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Because I hardly ever watch regular TV, so I never see commercials. But I was watching regular TV this weekend, and I'm like, oh my god, they stole that straight from Ford.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so Samoa Joe comes out for commentary,
Joe.
right ahead of Daniel Bryan versus Jeff Hardy.
Stone Cold.
Jeff Hardy, or Samoa Joe is great on commentary. Samoa Joe's just great whenever he's talking.
Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens are two of my favorite,
Oh, yes.
on commentary guys.
So Hardy and Bryan shook hands to start the match. They went back and forth early on, but Bryan did a backflip. Hardy caught him with an atomic drop, leg drop, low drop kick, sending him to the outside. Go to commercial break. Later on in the match, Bryan caught Hardy in the tree of woe in the corners, used the yes kicks, and then a low drop kick to the face. Hardy knocked Bryan down with a whisper in the wind after Bryan was trying to go for a back suplex off the top rope. Crowd chanted for Hardy, who sold his leg. Bryan drop kicked the leg out from under him and went for the yes kicks. As he was going for the last yes kick, Jeff Hardy ducked it, jumped up and hit the twist of fate, and Bryan took a very stiff twist of fate. Remember when Vince would take the stunner and he would just like dead weight his body as they go down?
Yeah.
That's exactly how Bryan took this twist of fate. It's like he was trying to not land on his face and like land more on his knees. It was weird.
Yeah, it looked fucked.
So after the twist of fate, Jeff going to the top rope, tried to go for the swanton, but Daniel Bryan got his knees up. This was followed up by a kick to the head by Daniel Bryan for a near fall. You can see Daniel Bryan was trying to say something to Jeff Hardy at this point, and then the two got to their feet. Bryan went for a running knee to Jeff Hardy, and Hardy countered it. Bryan gave a dragon screw and then put in the heel hook, and about a minute or so later, Jeff Hardy tapped out with Daniel Bryan winning. So next week, Daniel Bryan will go to Smackdown and take on Samoa Joe, with the winner of that match going in to the Money in the Bank ladder match. Samoa Joe.
And I mean, what feels like a little too soon in my
I don't
opinion.
think so.
I mean, this whole Daniel Bryan returning thing just feels too soon.
I mean, it's not too soon when you really think how long Joe's been in WWE.
I think too soon since Bryan being cleared.
I mean, I don't think it is. So Joe got off commentary, got in the ring, and he was just like, "Next week, you're gonna face me. It's not gonna be pretty." So he goes backstage. As Daniel Bryan's celebrating in the ring, Renee Young interviews Samoa Joe. He interviews Samoa Joe in Gorilla, and she was like, "Joe, those are strong words you had for Daniel Bryan." And Joe was like, "How come every single time you interview me about something, all you have to say is that I got strong words? Daniel Bryan, he's going to go to sleep next week."
You know, I feel like when you think about guys that have good chemistry with each other, goddamn, I feel like not only chemistry, but the amount of respect and experience and years and fucking phenomenal matches behind guys like Samoa Joe and Daniel Bryan. I'm excited for this match.
This is the first time they've ever had any, I believe any, I know it's the first singles match, and I don't think they've ever had a tag match together at anything in the WWE, and it's their first match, singles match at least, since 2006 in Ring of Honor.
Hey, can I recommend something like a match for people to go watch?
Shoot.
I'm gonna highly recommend the hour-long Iron Man match between Joe and Punk in Ring of Honor.
Oh, I love that match.
Didn't that end in a draw?
I believe so.
One of them ended in a draw. It's absolutely phenomenal. Watch it. You're going to love it. And then after you watch that, just watch everything that involves CM Punk and Raven.
Oh, yes. Even, like, they got some stuff in Europe that they did was really good, too. There was this one they did in Europe beforehand. CM Punk was in the concession area just yelling at all the fans, saying that I'm better than you because you guys are out here getting beers and getting drunk, and I don't drink, and I'm better than you, and Raven and my father. And CM Punk on the indies, no one can cut a promo like him, especially when he was doing the heel stuff where he was just like, I don't drink, I'm straight edge, and that makes me better than everybody in the world.
Absolutely.
great.
Absolutely. So thank you guys for tuning into this week's show here on May 22nd, 2018. Be sure to check us out on the Patreon at patreon.com/PWUnlimited. Follow us on Twitter at PWUnlimited and right here on YouTube. And you can follow me on Twitter at PW_Armstrong. Tim, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at TimmyBuddy. And also, go follow our good friends at Fightful.com if you want some MMA, pro wrestling, boxing news. Fightful Online, or Fightful Wrestling on Twitter.
Never heard of them.
Never heard of them?
Never heard of them. Who
No,
are they?
okay.
Who are
Anyways, the link
they?
is
They
in
sign
the,
our checks?
The link is in the chat.
Can't wait for them to sign our checks.
So, we will be live again tomorrow night for the
Yep.
Pro Wrestling Unlimited podcast. A lot of
Yes,
news
sir.
broke this week that we got to talk about, especially that Smackdown Fox deal and what that can mean going forward in the next year and a half.
Hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
So, we will see you guys tomorrow. Not only will we be live tomorrow night with the Pro Wrestling Unlimited podcast, another episode of the Wrestling Wrap-Up will come out tomorrow. A good little video with a bunch of stories just for you guys. So have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you later.